Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. So today is Monday, January 20th, and this week there are two books that are like I want to read. My reading plans include two books and they're both like fairly long, so I don't know if I'm going to read any more than that. And the books are, firstly and more importantly, and the one that I actually want to read is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Like, this is the week that I finally read this book. I've been saying that I'm gonna read this book for a few weeks now, but this is finally the week where I'm gonna read this book, and I am very excited. And the other book that I'm gonna read is Mile High, which is the next book for my romance reading vlog, and that book is so long, especially like for a romance. I know that I don't know, but I think I'm gonna struggle. So I hope I love this one. Like, I hope I absolutely love this to like balance what I'm gonna be feeling with the other book. So yeah, those are my reading plans. Like I said, the two books are fairly long, so I don't know if I'm gonna have time to read anything else, especially because I have an exam this week on Thursday. And I obviously have to study for that, so I'm not gonna have as much time to read as I would have if I didn't have the exam, obviously. So yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to read, like I said, but at least those two books I hope that I manage to finish. And if I do manage to finish both of those books, I will probably also start reading At Dark I Become Loathsome, because it comes out tomorrow and it's one of my anticipated releases. So if I can get to that one as well, I would also absolutely love to. But like, realistically, I don't think that I will, but we'll see. And yeah, this will be, hopefully, like if I pass, this will be my last exam of like my PhD program, which I am so excited about. Like, I'm so done with classes and exams. I just want to like be at the lab, like working on my project. I'm so done with this whole class thing. So like, it should be the last time that I will have an exam, and I'm so excited about it. Like, I can't wait to be free. I can taste the freedom, like it's so close. I'm excited. So yeah, that's what's happening this week, and those are my reading plans, and welcome to the vlog. Hey, so it's Wednesday and I do have reading updates. I'm actually halfway through the two books that I'm reading. And so, firstly, I guess, although not most importantly, I am halfway through Mile High and I am not having fun. And this is the second romance book for my video. And once again, I don't want to give too much away for that video specifically. I usually don't mind that much, but for this video, I'm trying to not give too much away. But we are following Xanders and Stevie, and Xanders is a hockey player and Stevie is a flight attendant, and she is like part of the crew of the plane of like the team that he plays for as they go like from city to city for their games. And he has like this reputation of being a fuckboy, which he kind of has to have for his work. And like eventually they start, you know, obviously having feelings for each other, and she's like kind of scared because of his reputation. And like, I don't hate it, I don't love it. And like the main problem honestly is that this book is incredibly long, because like I've already read like in like the length of a normal book, like of a normal romance book. Not that I read many romance and know what a normal romance book is, but when I think of romance books, I think like 300-ish pages, and I've read 300 pages almost. So, you know, this should be about to be over, and I'm only halfway through, and I am mostly just bored because this is so long, and there are so many scenes that I don't care about. And I also don't really like the guy. She's fine. I like Stevie, actually, but I don't like Xanders at all. So I'm not having fun, but I'm not like, you know, hating it. I'm just not having fun. I'm just bored, literally. And that's that on that book. And then I'm also halfway through The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And this one is fantasy, magical realism. And we are following Addie, who after she made a deal with kind of a demon, although it says it's a god, like a god that answers after dark. She wanted to be free and not belong to anyone because she was being forced to marry some guy that she did not want to marry. So she makes that deal, and like he grants her wish, kind of, but like she is just forgotten by anyone and everyone. Like as soon as she's out of sight, people forget about her. And so she is, you know, free. She's extremely free and she doesn't belong to anyone because no one remembers her. And she is also immortal. So this was like in 1714 when she was 23. And now like the present of the story is in 2014, where she's technically still 23. And, you know, she has gone through life with people not remembering her ever. But now she has met a guy called Henry that actually does remember her. So we know that there is, you know, obviously something special about him. And like we've gotten already like the hint of what it is, but not like the full explanation. So I'm very interested to see like exactly why he can remember her, like what is special about him, exactly what he did. And I'm really liking it, actually. Like, it's pretty slow, which I knew going into it, so I was kind of scared, but I'm really, really liking it because I do really care about Addie, although she's definitely, like, not a perfect person by any means. She definitely has her flaws, but I'm very, like, invested in her story, in her journey, and we also get, like, a lot of flashbacks as we follow her through the years, and there's also, like, her dynamic with this god/demon. It's also very interesting. So yeah, I'm really liking it, and I'm also really, really loving the writing. There are so many like beautiful quotes that I underlined, and yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this one. Like Mile High, I am listening to the audiobook because otherwise I will not be able to get through it. Like it would put me in a slump that I would never get out of if I tried to physically read it, especially because it's so long. Like if it was, again, a normal length romance book, it'd be fine. I wouldn't be, you know, the happiest ever, but it would be fine. But it is so damn long. But this one, I'm just, you know, reading physically and having the time of my life annotating. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this one. I'm very curious to see where the story goes. So yeah, one book that I'm really liking and one book that I am not having fun with. And yeah, that is what I have read. And I have my exam tomorrow, so I've also been studying. I've also been reading the things that I have to know for tomorrow. And yeah, honestly, like not much has happened because I've just been reading and studying, I guess. But yeah, yesterday I also had like the class that is not part of my PhD program. So like the one that I'm actually interested in, I had that, and like I swear to God, those are the only classes that I can pay attention to because not only am I like actually interested, the professor is like very engaging. So yeah, I definitely did enjoy that class, and I was focused and I learned, which is obviously the goal. And yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna have the exam, which I'm kind of worried about because like it's the last one, it has to go well. Like all the others have, but since this is the last one, it's like if once I go through this moment, I'll be free of classes and exams. So I'm like, dying with the anticipation because it has to go well. Because if it doesn't, I will not be free. And I want to be free of these goddamn classes. I definitely do. So yeah, I need to go study a bit. And tomorrow I will still revise some things. And on Friday, I will be at the biobank all day, which sounds super fun. And yeah, so in terms of my reading plans, I want to finish, obviously, both of the books that I am reading. I still plan on reading a bit of this one tonight. Hopefully I will have time. It's pretty late already, but I really want to read a bit of this, so I probably will. And yeah, I do want to finish it by Friday though, because I want to film the video that this book is a part of on Saturday. Like I want to finish filming that video on Saturday to upload it on Sunday. So, it would be great if I finished it by Friday, but like I think I will. I think I can because I'm liking it. I'm like, I want to read it. And after tomorrow, I won't have to study anymore. So I think that is fine. I think that will work out. Mile High, I don't know exactly like when I will finish, but I do have the audiobook, so I can just like listen to it while I'm doing other things, which is honestly like what I've been doing, like in the subway going to work and back, and while I'm doing whatever. So I think I will still finish it. I don't know if by Friday, but I will still finish it this week. I'm pretty sure. Oh, and also, speaking of like books that I'm reading this week, I think I said in the beginning of the vlog that if I had time after finishing these two books, I wanted to start At Dark I Become Loathsome, because I thought it came out this week, but actually it only comes out next week. So I certainly will not be starting that book this week because it's not released yet. So if I do finish these two, I'm not entirely sure what I will read next. Maybe one of the next romance book to get ahead, and then on Tuesday when that book comes out, I will start that one. I'm not entirely sure, but that actually kind of sounds like a plan. And yeah, so I will hopefully finish these two books, and I think I'll talk to you, unless like something comes up, I will talk to you on Saturday. Hello. So it's Sunday because I meant to update yesterday, but just like last week, we went out for lunch and then we stayed out for a while. And once we got back home, it was already like kind of late. There was not really much sunlight, so I didn't end up filming yesterday. But honestly, there was as much sunlight yesterday at like 5:30 than today, now at like, I don't know if it's even 2 p.m. already, because it's raining. It's been raining. There's like a storm that's arriving today, I think. So there's also not much light today, but I had to film today. And I do have reading updates because I did finish the 2 books that I was reading. And I finished The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue on Saturday, and then, no, on Friday, sorry. And then yesterday on Saturday, I finished Mile High because I was like, I'm gonna finish this book today, even if it kills me. I did finish it. It did not kill me. And so, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, I really, really liked it. I did, however, like the first half more than the second because I feel like the boy that appeared, the one that remembered Addie, we focused more on him on the second half of the book, obviously because he appeared towards the end of the first half. But like, his story felt like he was just a plot line in Addie's story. He felt more like literally just a character in her story than his own person. So there was just that part that I didn't like love as much, but otherwise, like, I really loved the story. I really liked following Addie. She was definitely a very interesting character to follow. And I also did like the ending, and like I absolutely love the writing in this book. So obviously I did really like it. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I'm still debating between 4 or 4.5, but I think I'm leaning more towards 4 because there were those things that I didn't like love as much. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. And then Mile High, like I said, I finished it last night. I mean, actually, it wasn't last night even. It was during the day, shockingly. I finished it yesterday and I was bored as hell during that book. It was very long and like it was 600 pages of just romance, and I didn't care about the romance, and I had like nothing else to entertain me because there was no other plot happening. And like I said, I didn't care about the romance. I didn't particularly want them together. I didn't really like the guy that much. So, I was just really, really bored. It was a struggle to get through. So, yeah, I didn't like it. I gave it 2 stars because I also like didn't hate it. I just had like no feelings towards it because I was just bored. So, there was that. And I think I mentioned maybe in the beginning of this vlog that I didn't really know what else I was going to read if I finished those 2 books before the end of the week. And I said, maybe I'll just move on to the other romance. No, absolutely not. I need a break. I cannot just jump into another romance right now. So I think I'm actually gonna read Written in Blood, which is the 11th book in the Robert Hunter series, because a thriller sounds fun right now. And it's definitely gonna be like a break from the romance, and then next week I will read the other romance. That sounds like a plan. I don't know if I'll get like that much read today because I do like have to pack and go to my place and go grocery shopping and like do all the things. So I don't think I will be reading that much of Written in Blood, but I do hope to at least start it and like read a little bit of it. And I also did just finish filming my intro and outro for the video that I was reading this book for. And I do have to edit that video and upload it in a couple hours. So I also do have to do that. And yeah, I think that is everything that I have done. Oh, also, I did my final exam. Obviously, that happened. Because I was gonna update you actually on Thursday night because, I had done my final exam and I had also gotten like book mail, so I was gonna update you. But then, I don't know, like the time got away from me. I got just distracted with the fact that I was free from classes and exams. And yeah, like once I realized it was already too late and I was tired, so I didn't end up updating. But yeah, I did my final exam. I am hopefully free of classes and exams and all that, other than like those other classes that I have that are not part of my PhD program, but those are fine. Those are more than fine. But yeah, I'm free. It went okay, I think. I think I'll be fine. And yeah, I'm very happy about the freedom. Although like on Friday, I had to be at the biobank all day, so it was not, the most fun day for like celebrating my freedom. But it is what it is. And I did get book mail, but I will show you tomorrow when I'm back at my place and the books are there, and I will show you to you. But it's the first 2 books in the Stormlight Archive series because this is finally the year where I'm going to be starting that series. And I am equally like excited and scared because those books are intimidating as hell because they are so long and they have like no margins. And Yeah, it's scary, it's intimidating, but I mean, I've read the Wheel of Time series, which has 14 books, so I think I'll manage. I think I'll be okay. And yeah, I will read that. I mean, I'm not sure I will read the entire series this year, but I will start that series this year, which I am excited for. And now I think that's everything that I had to say, and I will talk to you tomorrow to wrap up this vlog. Okay, so it's Monday. I'm here to wrap up the vlog, and I did end up starting Written in Blood last night. I actually read 56%, which was way more than I expected, but I'm really liking it, obviously. And this one is like kind of different because this is book 11, I think, in the Robert Hunter series, which is a mystery thriller series where we follow a detective called Robert Hunter. And in this case, like, it's different because usually like they will find a victim or a few victims and they will investigate from that, you know. But in this one, actually, they're like, we start following a woman who is like a thief, and she like ends up stealing something, like a bag from a guy. In that bag there's a notebook, and that notebook has like descriptions of victims and like how they died and like what they looked like and all of that. And then she like delivers that to the police, and they are now like investigating this person who's clearly a serial killer, and they're like investigating from the notebook and like the information that they have, and not from, you know, victims that they found. So that is different, and it's definitely interesting, and I am really liking it. And the character that stole the notebook, she's also like really interesting to follow, and she is like being part of the book more than just in the beginning. And yeah, I'm really liking it, and I am just over halfway through, and I am excited to see like who that person is and like why they're doing it in that way, because in the notebooks the killer talks about like the voices and like what the voices ask for. So I'm interested to see what that's about. And yeah, that is what I've read, and I think I said that I would show you the books that I got when I came back here. And so the first one is The Way of Kings, which is like absolutely massive. Look at the size of this book. But then the next one is even bigger. So we have Words of Radiance, which is even more massive, and they're really beautiful, but they are huge. Like, look at the size of these books. But yeah, they're really pretty, and I'm excited but nervous to start them. But this is definitely gonna be the year where it happens. And so to wrap up what I read this week, which was definitely way more than I expected, I read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, I read Mile High, and I started Written in Blood, which was 1,406 pages. Which, like I said, more than I expected. Like, January is being a great reading month. Like, I am reading so much. Like, every week I read more than I expect. So, you know, so far the year is going great for reading. Like, for my reading challenge, I'm ahead a couple books, which is great because I'm sure at some point I'm gonna fall behind. So I like this head start. And yeah, that's it. That is what I've read. That is what I've done this week. And that is everything for this weekly reading vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. And if you did, give it a like and subscribe. And I will talk to you next time. Bye!